And thank you for joining us on Graps TV and the Sicko Show. I'm your host, the Matty Man. Of course, you can see I've just got a blob up there right now because my camera's acting up all kinds of funny. And I just thought I would just do a quick show here. Apparently, Dave Meltzer has come out with his match rankings. WrestleDream 2024 delivered a night of incredible matches, including and showcasing the best of AEW wrestling. And here are the rankings given by wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer. We all wait for these star rankings. They always come out, and we're always sitting here. Gives us a little bit of something to discuss down the road. I'm going to run through them real quick here, starting with the 0 hour. Cage and Atlantis Jr. was 3.5 stars. Anna and Harley Cameron was 2 stars. Acclaimed and MXM was 2.25 stars. The Outrunners and Conglomeration versus Dark Order and Premier Athletes was 2.75 stars. Going into the main card, Jay White and Hangman Adam Page acquired 4 stars. Mariah and Willow Nightingale, 3.75. Jack Perry and Shibata, 3.25. Takeshita, Ospreay, and Ricochet, 5.5. Hologram Mortos, 4.25. Darby and Brody, 4.5. The Young Bucks and the Private Party, 4.5. Briscoe and Jericho, 4.25. Moxley and Danielson, 4.75. So as we can see here, the event itself featured one 5-star rated match, 7 matches rated at 4 stars or above. Everything on the main pay-per-view card received a rating of 3-star above 3 stars, showcasing the high level of competition and entertainment. I want to talk about this a little bit because it's one of those things where I understand where Dave Meltzer's coming from overall. I just don't agree. I mean, Jay White and Hangman Adam Page should have probably, I would have gone 4.5 stars with that. Mariah and Willow Nightingale was at least a 4-star match. Now, Jack Perry and Shibata, 3.25. I understand that. Shibata's kind of one of those that's hard to get with, and even though that was Perry's probably like 6th or 7th different match style that he had to work, I thought this thing should have been closer to 4 stars. I get the 3.25. I'm not going to totally argue with that one right there. Takeshita, Ospreay, and Ricochet, though, 5.5 stars. Easily 6 to 7 stars all day long, twice on Sunday. I think they came down on Hologram and Mortos really, really hard because that was easily a 5-star match. They put on a solid match all the way across the board. Darby and Brody, I'm good with 4.5 stars because that makes sense to me. Same with the Young Bucks Private Party. Briscoe and Jericho, I would have probably held at 4 stars. I appreciate the 1/4 star part of that. The main event, though, Moxley and Danielson, that's another one I really, really, really wanted to discuss for just a minute, get it off my chest. That was easily a 6-star. At the least 5.5 stars. That thing told 3 to 4 years worth of storylines. It had all the violence. It wasn't overly violent. Not to mention we got the turn from Wheeler Yuta as a solid heel, not just I'm going to be this, that, or the other. He literally bagged Bryan Danielson's head until he was, and they made sure this time that Danielson was out and over with before they got out of the way this time. That was an absolute, just bone-chilling moment in wrestling. And how in the world that thing doesn't get between 5.5, 6.5, or even 7 stars blows my mind, except for the fact that we all know at this point in time, Meltzer has probably had enough of the WWE drones, and all of this just matches his flow, his speed, his time. Once again, I have a different opinion of Dave Meltzer than I used to have, but the fact of the matter is, this was just an absolute washed ranking, and I will stand on that here. But I want to thank you for joining us for this little short here with Graps TV and the Sicko Show. I've been your host, the Matty Man. Just once again, covering Dave Meltzer's rankings and just sitting there trying to figure out just exactly how bad they were. Not too bad overall, but we're definitely 100% sure now that Meltzer is obviously tired of dealing with the drones, and this reflects out of it. So I'm not really going to kill Meltzer on this one. He did the best he could with what he had to work with, but the reality of it is, maybe the next pay-per-view he'll get it right. But I mean, he gave WWE like a 5-star for like something that probably didn't deserve it, but we did it anyway. I'm not going to give Dave Meltzer a lot of heartache over this, because frankly, it's not worth it. But anyway, that being said, hope everybody has a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. We've got a lot coming up here, so and I'll be sure to catch it all here on Graps TV and the Sicko Show. It's been your host, the Matty Man. Take care. God bless.